The heart of Yobe State has been plunged into a deep and agonizing state of mourning following a devastating military operation that has reportedly claimed the lives of over 100 people in a case of a precision strike gone tragically wrong. The incident, which unfolded at the Jile village market located right on the volatile border between Yobe and Boko State, has sent massive shockwaves across the country as families scramble to identify their loved ones among the casualties. What was supposed to be a routine weekend for local traders and villagers at the weekly Jile market turned into a scene of absolute horror when Nigerian military aircraft, which were reportedly in pursuit of members of the rebel group Boko Haram, unleashed a strike that hit the heart of the commercial gathering. While the Nigerian Air Force has officially maintained that the operation was a successful hit on a Boko Haram axis in Boko State to neutralize insurgents, the accounts coming from the ground tell a much more complicated and heart-wrenching story of civilian collateral damage. Local officials and international human rights organizations have raised a massive alarm, suggesting that the strike did not just hit its intended target, but instead tore through a crowded marketplace where hundreds of innocent Nigerians were going about their daily business. The scale of the tragedy is truly overwhelming, with Lawan Zana Nur Geidam, a prominent local chief, revealing to international news agencies that the total number of casualties, including both the dead and the severely injured, is hovering around the 200 mark. Amnesty International has also intervened with a very strong statement confirming that their findings indicate over 100 people lost their lives instantly, while dozens of others are currently fighting for survival in various hospitals. The Yobe State government has been forced to acknowledge the severity of the situation, with the state's military advisor, Brigadier General Dahiru Abdul Salam, confirming that people from the Geidam local government area who had traveled to the Jile weekly market were indeed affected by the aerial bombardment. This admission has created a massive wave of anger and confusion as the public tries to understand how a precision airstrike could result in such a high number of civilian deaths in a well-known public space. As we navigate through these heavy and deeply troubling reports concerning our national security and the protection of innocent lives, it is incredibly important that we keep the conversation focused on the truth and accountability. If you find value in this kind of straightforward factual reporting that highlights the challenges facing our communities in the Northeast, please take a moment right now to hit the like button on this video. Liking the video is the most effective way to help the YouTube algorithm share this urgent story with more Nigerians who need to know exactly what is happening on our borders. Also, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can stay updated on every development as we follow the investigations into this tragedy. Your support is what allows this channel to continue providing a voice for those who are often overlooked in the middle of these security operations, and we are committed to bringing you the facts as they emerge. The aftermath of the strike at Jile Market has left the local healthcare system completely overwhelmed, with reports from the Geidam General Hospital and facilities in Maiduguri indicating that medical staff are working round the clock to treat survivors with horrific injuries. The State Emergency Management Agency has officially activated its emergency response, but for many families in the region, the help is coming far too late. Amnesty International has condemned the use of such deadly force in a civilian-populated area, calling the incident an outrageous disregard for human life and demanding an immediate, impartial investigation to hold those responsible accountable. The military, on the other hand, continues to emphasize the difficulty of operating in a region where rebels often melt into the local population, but this latest event has reignited a massive national debate about the rules of engagement and the technology used to distinguish between combatants and civilians. This situation brings us to a very difficult but necessary discussion about the cost of the ongoing war against insurgency in Nigeria. When a strike intended for terrorists ends up devastating a village market, it raises serious questions about the intelligence gathering and the safety protocols used by our armed forces. I want to hear your honest thoughts on this. How can the Nigerian military better protect innocent civilians while still effectively pursuing rebel groups in the Northeast? Do you believe that an independent investigation is enough to bring bring justice to the families of Jile village, or do we need a total overhaul of how airstrikes are conducted in populated areas? Please share your views in the comments below, as your perspective helps us all understand the gravity of these events and the path forward for our country's security and peace.